In this class, we will see what are HTML headings and what are paragraphs in HTML and what happens if we don't close the closing tag. Let us start the class. So we have 6 types of headings in HTML that range from H1 to H6. Basically, headings are used to represent different level of text based on the importance of the text. Suppose the text is very important, then we use the heading H1, and based on the least importance we use the headings from H2, H3, H4, H5 up to H6. Now first we will start off with the H1 heading and see the output how it will be represented in the browser. This is the H1. Okay, this is the first heading. Next, this is the heading level H2. This is the second heading. This is the heading level H3. This is the third heading. This is the heading level H4. This is the fourth heading. By the way, I'm just typing H5 and pressing enter so that Visual Studio Code automatically inserts opening and closing tag. This is the heading level H5. Next, finally, we have the heading H6. H6. This is the heading level H6. Yes, we are done with the all the headings. Now we will see how the output is displayed in the browser. Now we will just run it, run and debug. There you can see we have 6 headings, out of which heading H1 is of the highest importance, and the even the font size of the heading H1 is also uh, larger when compared to the other headings. The smallest heading we have is the heading H6. Now that we have seen the output, we will go back to the code and do the paragraphs. After this, we will write the paragraph tag. The paragraph tag. This is the paragraph. This is the paragraph 1. Another paragraph tag also we will write. I'm just typing P and pressing enter so that Visual Studio Code automatically inserts the paragraph tag. This is the paragraph 2. Okay, now that we have 2 paragraphs, we'll again run the code and see how the output is displayed. There you go. Output is displayed like this. If one difference you can note you can make a note is that all the heading tags are in bold and paragraph tags are normal, they are not bold. We don't have paragraphs P1 to P6 unlike the H1 headings where we have H1 to H6. For any paragraph we will only have the P, only P, no P1, no P2, no P3, no P4, etc. We only have tag P for all the paragraphs. We'll again go back to the code. Now we will see what happens if we don't close the closing tag. If we forgot to close the closing tag, for time being, I'm deleting all these things. I'm only keeping the heading H1. Now in this case, I will uh, I will delete this. Sorry, in this case, I'll delete this closing tag H1. What I will do, I'll delete this closing tag H1 and see the result. Now once again I'll see the output first, and later I'll come here and delete the closing tag. We have the output like this. We have the heading tag H1 and we have the paragraph tag P. Heading tag H1 is in bold font, and the font size is also large when compared to the paragraph. Paragraph is normal font and it is comparatively small to the heading tag H1. We'll go back to the code and see it. Now what I will do, I'll just delete this H1 tag. I'll delete this H1 tag. Now we have the H1 open tag, but we don't have the H1 closing tag. We don't have the H1 closing tag, but we have the paragraph open tag and paragraph closing tag. Now we will see what happens in the output. I am running it. There you can see, if I don't close the H1 closing tag, heading level H1 closing tag, the format which is there for H1 closing tag, the format which is there for the heading H1 will also pass on to the paragraph. So paragraph does not behave as a paragraph, but here in this case paragraph is behaving like a heading level H1. So it is always very important to close the closing tags, so that the format of one tag does not format or characteristics of the one tag does not pass on to the other elements in the HTML page. So I'm again closing the H1 tag here. Now I again see the output. There you see I have closed the closing tag. There now you can see paragraph is behaving like a paragraph and heading is behaving like a heading. So that's it for this class. In this class we have seen what are headings, what is a paragraph, what happens if we don't close the heading. Thank you. We'll meet in the next class.